Oh, banging. Yeah. Watching this and listening to this, you could be easily triggered by some of the subjects, which, if you are, means you are a millennial wet cloth. You need to man the fuck up, contribute to society.
Can't say the F word.
Oh, fuck! No. Yeah, right, let's go. Anyway, what are we chatting about? Let's start. You can keep your left-wing smug face.
That'd be a good one, actually. I'll put that before the credits on that episode.
All opinions expressed on this presentation are of the individuals themselves. This is for adults only and may contain discussions likely to offend. Bald Statements, starring Rob Lewis, Gary Redfern, and Will Atkins. Episode 7, Lunartics.
Hello everyone, this is Bold Statements with me, Gary.
Me, Bert.
And me, Will, and it's bald statements, not bold statements.
Well, why didn't you do the intro then?
Because I thought you'd be able to pronounce the four-letter word.
He could do the next one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not first.
Yeah, Bold Statements.
Right.
So, we'd like to thank you for watching so far, those that have come this far. Yeah, thanks for maybe subscribing if you have by the time you get to this one. This is episode 7. Mad. If this actually goes out, if we haven't been taken off because of certain comments made in the past.
Will.
Episode 5, Gary Redfern.
Yeah.
All factual.
I mean, yeah. So, we thought today... Yeah, the breaking news just come up there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
No.
Oh, that could be
something about Scotland.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Haggis shortage.
Fuck 'em.
So today we're going to talk about conspiracy theories. This is a subject quite close to my heart. And yours too, Will, but for a different reason, I'm guessing.
You're assuming that I'm instantly going to be against whatever you say. What's the fancy word you used in the calf?
Contrarian.
Contrarian, yes, that was it, yeah. I've never seen you look, you still look as perplexed as when you said it. Yeah, a contrarian. I'm not just a contrarian for the sake of being a contrarian. I will argue where there's a point to be made, but I'll be interested to see your views first, and then I will argue back.
Well, I have
necessary.
I can only respond to a positive claim. I can't make a negative claim.
Okay, were the moon landings fake?
No.
I agree.
Is contrarian an alcoholic?
That's Cointreau.
Yeah.
or is it some bloke you're just trying to sue someone? I'm not sure.
Fuck, you know. Yeah, no, I think, the moon landings, you could say
They were real. They were real.
No, they weren't.
Why not?
I forgot the flashy lights. There you
Well,
go.
that's our technical term
the
now
budget
in
gone.
2023, flashy lights. And
Well, we're talking about
75 years
moon landing
ago,
and
we
stars,
Take
isn't
them
it?
from the recording of the moon landing.
It's like stars. Yeah, so...
Yeah, no, it was. They wouldn't have had the technology to do it. The radioactive fields and that, especially leaving Earth and that at that time, I don't believe they'd have had the equipment to do it. No proof either way, but I think that it was a case of getting there. Russia were going to attempt to do the moon landings first. USA had to do something to get ahead of Russia, and they said they could. Didn't have the technology then to either prove it or do
There's
it.
a photo of it.
So, sorry, two
I'll-
minutes ago you said were the moon landings faked?
Yeah.
I said no, and you also said no.
I just want to see what it'd be like to agree with you. It was quite dull, really.
Right.
It looked 20 seconds of okay, and then Gary was just
Okay,
like, well, why
right. So you don't believe the moon landings are real?
I believe there's plenty of evidence to suggest that they were faked.
Have you got this evidence to hand, or are you just talking?
Are you talking about the shadows and everything else? And
If you're going on the actual scientific thing, how they're going to get past the radioactive field.
the Van Allen belt, which I remembered later on after recording the last episode. I remembered it was called the Van Allen belt.
Yeah.
Before I had to look it up, it just came to me.
I really should have bought that fact sheet with me, to be fair.
Yep, the one that you said you were going to bring.
But I had a couple of sheds to
So
move.
what is this evidence that says the moon landing, particularly the 69 one?
To be honest, without my phone being here for Google and other things, I will struggle to put up a
So you know
solid
fuck all
defence.
apart from Google.
I believe. Well, no, Google's quite. You find a lot of information. What did you do when you was a kid? You need to find information. You went down the library. You're just going to believe it because it's... Oh, no, you
I
don't.
asked
think
my
I
dad
did-
because it was a wealth of information.
I didn't go down the library. I read it on graffiti on walls.
He's still got them phone numbers.
Yeah. Sharon still likes big cock, apparently. I'm not sure.
To all the Sharons listening. I think that it is, from my belief, it was an attempt by the USA to outdo Russia. I don't think they had the technology then. And to be honest, I think had they had the technology, then one of the biggest points is the fact we've never been back in, what's it got to be, nearly 60, 70 years to go back once. Once you break it, you think once we get onto Mars, for example, actually get over onto Mars, it's going to be quite a regular thing, you think.
But I've only been to Turkey once.
I mean-
I'll go back there.
Yeah, but you could go back there.
The
I don't want
fact...
But you know how you could.
But we could get back to the
Yeah, you
moon.
could
But
get
now
back
there's
there.
other things to
You
explore.
might not personally, but other people could. It's not just about that one person. He's going to go back to the moon.
Well,
Once
we've
you've been to
done the
you've probably
moon.
been
It was real because I see him coming down the ladder.
The fact that you brought up Russia
Yep.
is brilliant because...
Don't dare say USSR. Right, I'm not getting
They
into
were basically not at war with Russia, but there was the space race, wasn't there? Like who could get there first.
Yep.
And both countries took it very, very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
a bit
So
too
if it-
seriously, really.
Well, so if it was faked, why would Russia take that and not dispute it?
because look at the past between the USA and Russia. If Russia were...
Well, there is the past between
Yeah,
USA and Russia.
I'm saying if you look at all the bits that have gone on with the USA and Russia, and even the bits that
What,
we're probably
previously?
unaware of.
In the past?
Grown up speaking,
Wow.
you will see, you will see that there will be plenty of deals and backhanded deals that Russia and the USA will have done over time and stuff, which may even involve not bringing this up in exchange for this or weapons of that. The way the world works, very dark,
So you're saying there's even more layers of,
Yeah,
of
could be
conspiracy,
plenty of plenty
rather
of
than just the fact that they went up there and the Russians had to grind their teeth and say, "Yeah, they beat us,"
Yeah, no, I don't.
because that's not plausible at all. It's more plausible that there was bribes going backwards and forwards.
100%, yeah.
What about the mirror that they put on the moon?
The sun wasn't available, I suppose,
Yeah.
or the telegraph.
Drum fill there.
Hang on.
I'll add it in post, like I have the other ones. They installed a mirror,
Yeah.
so that anyone in the world with a laser could shoot at that, and it would reflect back.
Agreed. That could have been set up there with a probe though. Probes would be able to get out.
Okay,
humans would be able to
possibly,
get out
but-
at the time. We didn't have the technology then.
But they did have it.
Didn't have the technology then.
But they did have it.
No, they didn't. They didn't have the technology then to do it.
But they did.
No, they didn't. I'm telling you that they did not have the technology, in my honest opinion, to do that. And if so, within 70 years, they'd have gone back. But they would not have had the technology now. The way that leaps and bounds, especially with NASA and other space agencies, the technology they gave in the last 30 years has really started to propel them. But in the 1950s, really,
69,
couldn't even get an automatic car, but you're going to go to the moon.
1969.
They had automatic cars in
69.
1969.
Yeah, but they weren't mass producing lunar modules in the 60s. They were making one shuttle that would take...
all the factors of things to go wrong and all the elements they had to
I know,
overcome.
that's why there was
69.
lots of clever
Nah.
people working there.
No. Yeah, but
People that
technology
kind of
had
knew
not,
what they were doing.
Technology had not evolved.
But you keep
to
saying that,
level.
but it had.
No, it hadn't, Bert. It hadn't.
But it had
Look,
because they did it.
Look, let me tell you, no, they didn't. I'll tell you why, I know, okay, as well, is because it was 69, I weren't here, I wasn't here, you probably were a baby, but in general, our information of that has probably come from the same sources, be it the internet,
Internet weren't about then.
revision, our same sources now,
Oh,
having a look
cool.
at that. So the same, so because we weren't there to actually say there either way, our sources we've just interpreted.
There were
in
lots of
different
people
ways.
about.
There were
There were lots of people about.
there were
Not on the moon.
thousands of people
Watching it.
Well,
thousands
watching
of-
it go up to the
No,
moon.
it's trying to talk.
Thousands of people went to watch the craft take off.
Yeah, 100%.
So what happened to that rocket?
Could be.
So there's
just
thousands of people.
How do you know there was anyone on that craft?
Well, people watched them go in.
Right, they might have watched. Have you ever not seen a stage show where someone goes into the box and
Yeah,
then
but why?
they've disappeared?
There's so many flaws in this. Why is it?
Well, it's
so,
a very big shuttle, wasn't it? You have to admit.
Why is it so hard to believe that they just did it?
Well, I'm not
Then
saying.
all these different
I'm not saying
levels
it's so
of,
hard to
of
believe.
lies and
No,
conspiracy
I'm saying
that can go wrong.
In my opinion, I can see and I side more with the argument that against the moon landings ever occurring, as opposed to not. Can I factually say they didn't? Am I saying no, they didn't? It was a
you
conspiracy.
kind of did.
Oh no, I didn't. I'm saying my beliefs are more edged towards the fact that they didn't, based on the evidence that's provided. You've looked at other evidence and interpret it
Like
that
the
way.
science.
No, because I've looked at the scientific evidence as well. So scientific evidence can support both theories. So, like I say,
Carl Sagan believed in it. You're a fan of his.
I'm a fan of Carl Sagan, but I'm a fan of a lot of people. I used to like Rolf Harris's drawings. It don't mean I'm missing him now.
He died a couple of days ago.
He did. Yeah, May the 10th. Yep.
Good riddance.
The 10th.
May the 10th he died, yeah. They released his death information, I think, about 2 weeks after he died.
Really?
Yeah,
I
and
thought
he'd already been
Oh, okay.
cremated. Yeah.
And Tina Turner died yesterday.
She did, yeah.
Just to put a date stamp on
Go on,
her
Gal.
recording this.
She was simply the best, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was alright. She done a lot for women because she was in a really. Do you watch the film? You seen?
I haven't, but
Yeah,
I'm aware
I've
of the
seen the Tina
story.
Turner,
but-
Yeah, he was an arsehole.
Yeah. Still believe the moon landing was real, though.
You can still be an arsehole and believe stuff.
This is true.
Gal, what's your opinions on the matter? You've been sat there very quiet.
On the moon landings?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said at the beginning, I think it's true. That's all I have to say, really, because you two can work.
So, to pull you up, you said, why haven't we been back? I mean, there were missions since there was one in 71.
Probes, but not actually people
No,
getting
people-
to the moon.
people went.
Yeah, but
There was a
not-
mission where they had to
didn't get
slingshot
moon.
around the moon to get
That
the
was
asteroid.
13, but
That was
on-
Armageddon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll talk through. No, slingshot was Apollo 13.
No, they slingshotted around the moon in Armageddon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Ben Affleck went up there with Bruce
But I
Willis.
thought you were talking about Apollo 13. I was trying to give you some points there, Gal. I was trying to
I'll take them.
salvage
Pity
it back.
points, and he still fucked it up.
But
Mucked
yeah,
it up.
They had the slingshot around the moon in Apollo 13.
That's true,
That was
they
an
did.
unsuccessful trip
It was
to the moon.
unsuccessful.
It was, yeah.
With more modern technology,
The
more
only
updated
humans
technology.
to have gone the other side of the moon.
Yeah.
More updated technology, more modern technology. and
Radio
By a couple of
silence
years.
for 10 minutes.
By a couple. So do you know why they haven't gone back? What's the worst holiday you've ever had?
Oh,
France with you for a week.
yeah. I went to Liverpool once for a couple of nights.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
For work, or
Yeah.
would you want to go back? Was it expensive to go?
Oh God, no.
He's working.
Right,
Yeah, I was working.
okay. But you wouldn't want to go back there? No. The point I'm trying to make is it's very, very expensive to go.
Yeah.
And they've done all they needed to do when they went before. There's no need to go back and spend all those billions of
Of
dollars.
course there is. Of course there is. Why do they keep non-stop been sending probes and that to Mars for the last God knows 30
Because
years?
we haven't been to
It's a
Mars
different
yet.
country.
No.
isn't it? Yeah,
When we've got
planet.
the robots and that land on Mars, different things, and they didn't just send the lads up there, go to the moon, go, oh, by the way, grab a teaspoonful of moon dust and come back. That's
No,
all
they
you
played
need to do.
golf.
Well, no, they didn't
They
play.
made a-
No,
They drove the little
yeah.
buggy around, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they planted the flag.
You forget they did not have the ability to do that in '69.
They did.
There's not. Look, unless me and you are going to go and get a plane now to the moon or a rocket
A
to the moon.
plane to the moon. Showing your level of...
Yeah, no. Go get a rocket to the moon. I mean, you
Our
go,
defence
what are we going to
rests.
do there? And go, oh, look, footprints. You know, you're not going to ever know. So it's just got to be a belief or...
Do you believe that Stanley Kubrick staged it and directed it?
No, I don't. No.
Right, so
I
you don't
think
go
that's
that
too
quite that far.
No, I don't.
Down the rabbit. Because the people generally that believe that it was faked believe that.
Believe it would stay here. Full
So
camera
there's a
effects.
kind of level of like the
No, that is just
the
where it gets
cognitive-
excessive. No, like I say, I base it on the evidence presented.
Who's this
Not on-
Stanley geezer?
Stanley Kubrick.
Film director.
That's a
Famous.
beer.
Yeah.
No, he's a film director. He did Clockwork Orange, 2001: Space Odyssey, Eyes Wide Shut.
And he doesn't believe it either.
He's dead.
Oh. Did he believe it?
I don't know, but this rumor came out that he directed it because he was a popular director at the time. And there was also the thing about Capricorn 1, which was a movie that came out later, which was about a fictional story. Cans again. Fictional story about a manned ship to another planet. I don't think it was Mars, and it was. And in the film, they staged it. Like in the plot of the film was them staging it, and then. But what happened was they had the rocket that people saw exploded, so they had to kill the people so that weren't supposed to be in the rocket, if you get what I mean. Mm-hmm. So that was another reason why people thought it was staged, because they staged it in a film so they could do it in reality. But yeah, I don't believe Stanley Kubrick directed the moon landing.
Me neither. We agree.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Who has been correct on a lot of stuff, and I'm a big fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson, but there have also been a couple of...
That's the boxer, isn't it? His cousin.
He's been really informative today.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is a physicist, astrophysicist.
Yeah.
I'll cut that bit out.
Scientist.
Yeah, and also the curator of the New York Science Museum, I believe, the planetarium, at
But the
least.
good thing about science and all these famous scientists is science, while that evolves, science has been wrong in the past and science has to adapt to it.
Yeah,
Science
but
has
what
had
proves
theories.
science wrong?
That's wrong. Further science.
Exactly.
Exactly. But until me and you go to the moon and find the scientific footprint on the floor, what are we going to do?
Can't you see some evidence from a telescope?
Yes, the mirror.
The mirror could be put up there by a probe.
Or it could have been put up there by people.
Or it could have been put up there by E.T.
Is that buggy for the car thing still up there, isn't it?
No, they brought it back, I think.
Was it?
Yeah,
I'm not
needed
sure
an
about
MOT,
that.
yeah.
I hadn't paid for it yet.
There's also the thing about the... sorry, I was talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson. He said that the amount of money it would have cost and the amount of lies and people that would have had to go along with the lie, it's easier to just send people to the moon.
No, I don't believe it at all. It was a lot easier then. There was no social media. The news networks were nowhere near as vocal.
Have you ever
as
tried
now
to
and stuff.
organise a surprise party for anyone?
Yes.
It's hard, isn't it, without it getting
Only with
leaked
social
out.
media and people. That's why you keep it.
It's not just about social media.
No, there's
People did talk before we had Facebook.
But you
Yeah,
put you having a shit on social media. There's people like you.
When have I ever done that? You find me one post where I've ever said that ever.
So,
I can't. My phone's recording.
just to prove, to make a point here, a couple of weeks ago, before the first episode of this went out, I specifically put in the group chat that just the three of us are in, just three people, don't share.
I thought you said
You
I
both shared, I believe.
I misread that.
That's just three people with one instruction.
No,
So the amount of people that had to be involved in a fake moon landing,
30.
thousands of
30.
people.
About 30, no more than 30.
I read that as do,
About
do
30.
share.
What about all the thousands of people that watched the rocket take off?
And it was
The
televised
rocket,
as well,
I'm
wasn't
not
it?
denying that there
televised.
was a rocket that took off and people watched it, but it's easy to pretend.
And the
that people
rocket
are in
is the
something.
expensive part.
You've seen the boxing, the magicians, where they put someone in there and they chop them
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And, oh, it's all
But-
good.
but
it's easy.
But the rocket is
Yeah.
the expensive part.
But if you're making a point to
So
Russia,
if you're going to... Yeah, but why did Russia never contest it?
because Russia wanted to win the space race,
Right?
so they didn't.
So why would they not say, oh, you cheated? If they wanted to win, they would do...
Because
and
if,
they knew
if
it was
Russia was to
fake.
start bringing out the moral high card with, oh, hang on, you've done this illegitimately, the USA, you guarantee, would have had stuff that Russia have done illegitimately, and it would have been a tit for tat. So rather than that, do you swallow it and suck it up and go, yeah, all right?
I don't believe that Russia would have taken that.
No,
without
because
any-
Russia would not have had any shady dealings that they've had to
No,
have
there's
covered up in
no
the
way
past.
that they
Exactly
would have
that.
accepted the states winning the space race
Of course
if,
they would
if
have.
it was
You
fake.
don't think Russia have got bigger secrets than whether or not they win the space race? That is more beneficial for Russia to keep down.
Well, why would they make the space race so public? Why?
Because they probably didn't think the USA were going to retort or come back with something and be able to do it because they didn't have the technology to do it in the first place. I've told you this.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
There you go. I'll just do it.
Oh, well.
Do you know what they say? There's more technology now in a mobile phone than what there was in the shuttle rocket, whatever it was, that
Yeah.
went to the moon.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just agreed then, didn't you?
Yeah,
They
no,
went
with the
to moon.
mobile phone. Yeah, I agree with the mobile phone. That's my whole point. They didn't have the technology then; they do now.
But it's different
But they
technology,
just-
isn't
it
it?
is
No, you
different
just
tech-
went to Bert and go, see, he agrees now. I don't.
You
I'll
did.
be-
Yeah, but
You
this
just
is,
agreed to my whole
this
statement.
is years
No,
on.
but your statement was for my side.
This is 60
well.
years later.
If you were my lawyer at the moment, you'd have just won me the case.
I wouldn't.
You would have done.
I said there's more technology in a mobile phone
Now, than they had back in the days then.
when they went to the moon.
Exactly,
When
not-
they went to
Yeah,
the
okay.
moon.
They're not sending
And-
a mobile phone up to space now,
No,
are they?
and I said when they went to the moon, and you went
Yeah.
yes. So that means you
But
agreed
my
they
whole,
went to the
my
moon.
whole argument, no, was
Oh,
when,
he's
no,
got
you
ya.
said when.
He's got
You
ya.
said when. When was 1969.
Episode 7, I got him.
No. You said the when. I was agreeing with you on the when. I wasn't agreeing with you on the actual act. You said
Well,
when.
you usually butt in
they went
halfway
to the
through
moon.
my
well,
sentences.
When they went to the moon or when they staged it, whatever, tit for tat.
They went to the moon.
When?
Did. They
when?
went to the moon.
1969. They didn't.
They did.
Yeah, right. If that's not Bert sitting there, are you going to be saying they went to the moon?
Of course.
You're not even. I don't give a fuck.
No. To be fair, if you say they didn't,
You're not being fair, though, are
I'm
you?
gonna say
You
they
say
did.
to be fair. I know you are. How's that fair?
regardless of who's sitting next to me,
Oh,
but
do-
I know for a fact they went to the moon
Does your good wife listen to this?
because my great uncle was on the rocket. Great uncle.
Gary, that
Great uncle
that's not going to help.
was on the
bring it up.
rocket.
That's
Bring-
about as factual as his
Bring
statement.
it up. It's really not
My
going to help.
Uncle Phil from Clacton.
He was making the tea.
There's another thing that conspidiots come up with about the dust and how the dust is recorded on the video footage, that it doesn't look real. But you can't fake that, because if you try to fake... Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
So the way the dust falls, if it happens on Earth, we have air, Okay, so you get like a cloud, like a billow of dust, but on the moon landing footage, it just goes up and falls back down because there's no air to make it into that cloud, and you cannot fake that. Even today, with CGI, they've tried to actually fake that kind of thing, that effect, and it can't be done.
I'm hearing what you're saying, and while I'm not denying there's evidence that they did go to the moon, there is evidence that they didn't go to the moon. My opinion is that it is a highly unlikely they did.
What's the evidence that they didn't go to the moon?
The radioactive belt, first of all, getting through that, the technology aside.
But that's not evidence
If
they
we're talking
didn't.
about-
It just
if we're
means there's
talking about
evidence that it made it difficult for them to go.
Talking about the shadows and the pictures and the actual videos themselves, the shadows are out of sync for where the sun would be at the time.
What about the lights reflecting from the craft?
Oh, but I wasn't there. It's just an opinion.
Exactly.
No,
You're
I'm
there.
not. This isn't like the.
But that's what this show is about, though.
Well, yeah, but it's not. We're not going to put this right. And go, oh, you know what? Yeah, that didn't happen because Will said so. Or no, they did. Bert told us. It's not. It's just an opinion. That's my opinion. Oh, I'm going to bring the facts.
But that's
in
what this
next
show's
time.
about. It's us arguing.
I'll bring the facts in. Yeah, I know, but I'm getting the veins coming out. And,
I know. That's why he wears the hat.
But look, let's the moon landing. Let's agree to disagree.
Here we go. That's a sure thing that he. Yeah, that is a Will statement that he's now out of its depths because there's two superior people to his right have got him at every corner.
I completely agree. Can you just repeat all your points of view on the matter again?
My uncle.
My uncle did the candy floss on the space shuttle. Oh, right. Who are we going for next? Princess Diana or 9/11?
9/11 could be a whole one on its own.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Let's okay. Let's do a couple of little conspiracy theories. What else do you believe in that's not true?
Let Gal go first. I'll think up of a couple. Go on, Gal.
What do I believe in? Is it the?
Will not walk.
I don't think anyone can make that statement. I believe in something that isn't true because you wouldn't believe it because you know it's not true. So no one can actually make that. It's a contradiction.
No, I think you can.
But you can say I believe in this even though it's not true.
All right.
How can you believe it though? You can't be genuine.
People believe in God.
Yeah, but they don't know that it's not true though.
Of course they know it's not true. If anyone with an ounce of sense knows.
No,
such thing as God.
No,
I'm not. I'm making it. No, I'm just saying my point.
What I'm saying, if someone says the phrase, I believe in X, even though it's not true, they can't genuinely believe it because they've just admitted that it's not true.
I believe in soulmates,
cognitive
even though
dissonance.
soulmates aren't true.
So you don't believe in soulmates?
You could believe in soulmates.
Say that sentence again.
But you know they're not true. Soulmates aren't a real thing.
What was the sentence you said?
I believe in soulmates, but soulmates are not a real technical truth.
So what sort of level of belief do you have in soulmates?
I believe that soulmates are...
It's just an expression. It's just a way of describing someone that...
To be honest, it was just a way to argument your point, really.
Yeah.
And
I think you've reached your peak really early.
Oh, nothing... No, I'm not going to... No wife jokes. Yeah, no, so, yeah, go on, short conspiracy theories. Go on in, Gal.
See, I'm not really up on conspiracy theories because I believe in what I believe. It's not... And if someone else doesn't believe it, fuck them.
Philip Schofield.
I believe in him.
Yeah.
He was on telly.
He's just... Well, I don't know the ins and outs. You follow all this celebrity shite.
I don't know the ins and outs of Philip Schofield.
I think basically...
There's rumours about his brother and now that he's...
His brother was a kiddie fiddler, wasn't he?
Allegedly.
Oh, was he not been done for it?
No, he was done for it.
Was he done for it, was he?
Just put a word allegedly in there in case he wasn't. He got done for nonsense.
Okay,
Didn't he? Got
he's
12
actually
years.
been sentenced, is he? Right, okay.
Yeah, 12 years, I think.
So what's Philip Schofield? There's something about him grooming some young boy on Going Live or something years ago.
I've not heard this.
Gordon.
No.
Abstain from
Well, there's jokes about Gordon to go for saying he fisted me, all this kind of stuff.
That's why he squeaked all the time.
Well, obviously we don't know a lot about Philip Schofield then.
No, I don't really give a fuck about Philip Schofield or Hollow Willoughby.
And to be honest,
Holly Willoughby, because they're all over the
Willow.
fucking social media and I just don't care.
No, I don't. It just comes up, doesn't it?
I don't watch This Morning.
No?
No. Do you?
No, I'm working.
I haven't watched This Morning since... I don't know.
This morning.
You know why?
I think I watched it once when like Carl Pilkington was on it and I tuned in just to watch that or something like that.
Ironically, just reverting back how we started this whole thing. Have you ever watched This Morning and they started with Good Evening?
No.
They probably did it in the evening, didn't they?
No.
They probably recorded it late on. They didn't just
No,
record
it's
it.
live,
live.
I think.
Is it live?
I think so,
let's keep
yeah.
on. So next conspiracy theory.
I
Then.
think it's live.
Yeah, it could
Just
well
on that
be.
mic.
Yeah. Ah, it's good.
Yeah.
Who's Mike?
What's the next?
Go on, you do because you're big up on conspiracy. Because you love the Facebook conspiracy.
I'm
Diana was
big up
murdered.
on them, but I don't believe in any of them.
COVID.
Diana was murdered.
Oh, COVID. That's a whole episode on its own as
Okay.
well. And vaccines.
Yeah, it's weird to discuss that because mine and Bert's views are pretty much aligned in terms of the COVID thing.
Well, not vaccines, they're not.
Vaccines, if we're going down your Ernie Craven route, no, not we're going down your Bert route. We are aligned with vaccines.
Took you ages to get your vaccine.
Did you get it done in the end?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you did. You were quite. Oh.
No, I got one. Yeah,
'Cause
see,
you were-
that's really
you were-
exciting.
How many did you have?
2.
'Cause
I
you
had
were-
to go abroad.
Because you were quite anti. Well, not anti-vax, but you weren't going to get it originally, were you?
No. My whole thing was I wanted to see. I didn't like the way they rushed out a drug, but skipped half a ton of the protocols that actually need to make sure it's okay for human beings.
Because we've got the technology
they
that
didn't
since the
do
moon
that.
landing.
And then just no.
That's a misconception and all that, but they did actually follow all the protocols correctly.
No, yeah, they rushed it through. They rushed it
didn't.
through, and they did because there were side effects even when they came out that they were unaware of and they didn't know of. And
It's
I
like
think-
when you do a removal and you've got to go home early. You still do the job professionally and properly and then go home. Or if you're on hourly rate, you take longer. It's exactly the same.
Basically, what they did was, instead of bringing down one book carton, they brought 2 at once. That's them rushing their protocols through.
No, because if you even see there were health issues with young girls having it where it could complicate pregnancies further down the line and things. We wanted to see how that was going to affect. Now, obviously, that wasn't going to affect me personally, but I wanted to see, if you're going to get this jab that's just literally been rushed out after 6 months, I want to first of all make sure that people weren't getting loads of crazy side effects first.
Anyway, we're going to do a whole episode on this.
Yeah, we will, yeah.
So, this
But
is
you
just
pulled
a
that behind you because you wanted to go on fucking holiday, so you had it.
Yeah.
That's how strongly you felt.
Well,
I want to go on holiday. Fuck it. I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
No. I waited to see, and it was about 3 months that we waited.
I'll do what's needed.
You do that far too expertly. I wanted to see what it was like, and then thought, all right, we've got to go on holiday now.
You haven't got to
Wait
go on
3 months.
holiday.
Of course I did.
You haven't got to go on holiday.
Yes,
You haven't got to go abroad.
I wanted to go abroad.
You wanted to.
Yeah.
You-
So I
it wasn't
decided,
you
am I
got
happy
to.
with where the vaccine's at, that, no one's getting severely ill or it's
So
not.
you gave it 3-month trial.
Yeah, 3 month trial, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you give it? I bet you got it straight away, didn't you?
I got it when I could.
Yeah, straight away.
Well, I don't know how long it'd been
Well,
out
It'd
since
been
I got
out
it.
it'd been out about 6 months when I got mine.
Yeah, so
My
when
first
I had
one.
mine, it was, 9 months it had been out?
And he's happy.
Well,
Yet normal drugs take years.
To be fair, he's had it. I think it's unfair to be digging him out when he's actually had it.
but go
Whatever
on,
his
go on.
whatever his
Go on,
reasons
man,
were,
yeah.
he still
yeah,
took it.
having it.
And we're all still alive. So,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
vegans.
Don't open that.
Yeah, go on, vegan.
This is all just future episodes. Vegans, COVID, vaccines. So you said about Diana. Because I think 9/11 could be a whole one on its own.
Yeah, Diana, I definitely think there was 100% was people to do with the royal family or that behind it. 100%.
So my thoughts on Diana, I believe...
They'll be my thoughts as well.
I believe
If they're different to yours.
the powers that be certainly had the motivation and the MMO to carry out a murder, but the actual death wasn't a murder and it was just a freak accident. Too many things to go wrong. So I think they could easily have done it, but fate got there.
I think it
before
was
they
the only
needed to
way
do it.
they would never have been able to take Diana out without question mark. And I think the way they...
Well, it hasn't worked because there are
No,
questions.
that's my point. The way they've done it is probably the best because it is... There will be question marks.
Well, the way
there
it
will also
happened,
be people...
not the way they done it.
No, the way they did it.
The way they killed her.
The way they did it. Yeah, the way they killed her. Was...
Who's they?
Well, I'm assuming the not the royal family themselves. No, Charles didn't go out there and go, hey, and start chasing, but people that work on behalf of the royal family or the British government under the instruction of the royal family.
Why would the driver have put himself in that position?
I don't think the driver would have been aware.
He was drunk.
Yeah, could well have been drunk.
It's French, wasn't he?
If you're trying to do an assassination,
Mm-hmm.
the last thing you want is the person carrying it out to be drunk.
No, not if you're trying to make it look chaotic. And they had two
Well, yeah,
choices.
there's so many things that he could crash the car before it became.
Assuming
an
he
issue.
was under control of the car.
He was drunk.
Yeah, he was drunk, but assuming that he was under control of the car.
So just
The
to
car might have been able
clarify-
to be controlled by a third
to
party.
clarify, do you believe that she was actually murdered on August 31st?
Was it? I know it was the summertime, wasn't it?
1997?
97, yeah.
I think it was August 31st.
Yeah, I remember the football that weekend, Match of the Day, they had all the tributes.
Let's have
Was
a
it?
look.
No, was it an England match?
Didn't
I
they
know had
cancel
minute
them all?
silence. No, they didn't. No,
That's
they
a
had
funeral, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Princess.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it makes... It had to be a chaotic...
I think she would have had to have been
Yeah,
silent.
31st of August 97.
Yeah, silent, yeah. I think, to be honest,
But-
it is... You see now, especially with the royal family, as soon as there was a potential, as racist in that as it sounds, that she was potentially going to be carrying a Muslim child, you seen exactly how they were with Meghan Markle when they come in the royal family.
You've done the same with Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle was... My opinion of her has changed significantly.
Since
you watched Suits.
Because she's fit in that. Not another one. Well, you pass in the recycling bin, you could put the...
Does anyone else want
We do like a bit for the environment.
No, we've been going. How long we've been going?
no.
34 minutes, and you're on your second can of Coke.
To be fair...
And he's just knocking all the mics as
Yeah.
the
No,
cameras
I'm
as he's
not
going
Stop,
past.
dink, crash, bash,
Jesus
Holland, fall down.
Christ.
But yeah, no, what were we saying about...
Diana.
Diana, yeah. I can't remember what... Oh, no, yeah, about Meghan Markle, and that, I think there was a... If Princess Diana, that would have brought shame and embarrassment from the royal family's point of view, and there's no way to get around that. I mean, you look at the Meghan Markle and Harry situation,
No,
how quickly...
I agree with you in the fact that they could have done it and possibly might have done it, but I just think in this occasion it was a freak accident that happened before they needed to do that.
The royal family was saying, "Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah,
now we haven't got to get involved."
Fuck, that was lucky, Philip.
Well,
Yeah.
I doubt the Queen ever...
You've taken that as the Queen, are you?
Who are you taking it as?
I don't know.
I don't know who the fuck it was.
Me auntie.
But yeah, no,
What, the one who went to the moon?
the good thing about a conspiracy theory is it's a theory at the end of the day because no one can prove one way or the other.
Did I go back in our group chat
Huh?
and I told you what theory is?
I don't know what theory is, but you decided to get all fancy on the wording and that, and actually...
Oh, what, by telling you what the word means?
I know what the word
fancy
theory
knowing
means.
what the word means.
No, you know what a theory means. You were just trying to
A
be
conspiracy
argumentative for the sake of
theory
it.
is really badly named. It should be more a conspiracy hypothesis. Don't you agree, Gary?
Yes. I know the difference between theory and reality.
Well done. Also, we know the difference between day and night, but we're going to get a round of applause
Well,
for
just,
that.
That's like saying I know the difference between a lemon and a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You had to think about that.
But no, a conspiracy theory should be called a conspiracy hypothesis because it's not really a theory.
Well, it is a theory. If you're putting a conspiracy, you have to have a theory in your head of how they conspired to do it. So it would be a theory. You can't just say that happened and then not back it
A
up.
theory is the explanation of, for fuck's sake, fucking microphone.
Can you give me a little table?
Well, I did think about getting that little table there, putting it there for him, but it's still,
It's still
I don't
fuck
know.
something up. Isn't it?
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a
But
theory.
yeah,
You
no.
have to have a theory about that. All you've said, all you've done in the last 2 minutes is heard the word hypothesis and gone.
I got to HY.
Don't make me spell it, Atkins. Oh, you're gonna have that up in words underneath at the screen.
I
aren't you?
will, yeah. I've forgotten where we are now.
We were on about Diana.
So I don't believe she was murdered, but I believe she could and might have been murdered if that accident hadn't happened first. I think it was it was very lucky for certain people that happened, but I don't believe it was actually planned and manipulated. There are other ways they could have done it, would have had less things that can go wrong. The more variables you put into something, the more chance there is of shit going wrong.
Most murders that are sort of professionally carried out in this regard, where they're done for the rich and famous, are normally done chaotically, but they have to have a balance of people almost to put it off as conspiracy theories.
Such
Jeffrey
as,
Epstein.
right?
Okay, any rich person in the world, who's obviously plenty of them are involved in that. You couldn't just, he's had a bullet to the head. No, he suddenly hung himself in the cell. The two guards who were meant to be watching him 24/7 just popped out for 20 minutes. The camera there also cut out randomly for 20 minutes, and they found himself inexplicably hanging with a weight he couldn't have been hanging.
And the fact that everyone's questioning it suggests that it didn't work. So if they were going to stage it, have him fall over. trip him up, so
No,
he
no, that's
smashes
what I'm
his
saying.
head. That's
If
something
you're going to kill
that's
someone, you
easily-
need to have. It's a lot easier to say it's conspiracy theories rather than come out with, oh no, it can't be because this happened. Because the second you start trying to make it factual, excuse me, people will point out, actually, that's an inaccuracy, that's an inaccuracy, that's an inaccuracy there. Where when it's conspiracy theories, you can just say, right, half of you are nut jobs, half of you believe it. And it's easy to sweep it under the carpet. So that's what they did with Diana. And if the Jeffrey Epstein thing, anyone out there who genuinely believes Jeffrey Epstein hung himself is, as far as I'm concerned, crazy in that regard.
Hanged.
Hung.
Hanged.
Hung.
No.
Well, I didn't say hunged.
You said hung.
He hung himself.
He hanged himself.
He could have hanged himself, but also he was hung. So past
No,
tense still applies.
hanged.
But,
Well, in terms of,
but
it's hanged.
yeah, no, or he's hung himself.
We're talking about a guy here that keeps belching into the mic.
So
You're not the
your point of
epitome of.
your point of hanged and hung.
Epitome.
Right?
Yeah.
Epitome, Bert.
I question this because you don't. When someone gets hung, but they get hanged on the news,
Mm-hmm.
they get hanged. So why is it saying hung, drawn, and quartered?
I don't know.
I don't often say this. Fucking good.
Yeah,
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 I
yeah.
don't know.
Go on,
But-
go, yeah. No
but-
buts. Let's
No,
enjoy
no,
it.
But me saying I don't know is honest. It's not me then trying to come up with some bullshit.
Well, it's not. It's widely. It's
Trying to dig my
accepted.
way out of it.
Hanged-
I don't know
hanged
why it's
or
called
hung
hung.
are both perfectly acceptable. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You can have both being perfectly acceptable.
It's hanged.
It's hung.
It is
in my
hanged.
opinion.
hanged.
It is hanged.
You
And
just-
I've questioned it. It doesn't make sense.
No, you haven't just.
It's hanged. It's because it's not hung in the same way you hang a picture, or you hang Christmas decorations. It's a specific type of death.
It's a hung.
So
It's hung.
and it's hanging. It's not the same. It's almost a different word.
Someone-
Just because it sounds very much
someone
like
dies in the
hanging
sea.
a picture.
They drown. They don't
Yeah.
drown it.
No, but that's a
No,
what a ridiculous thing to say.
No, drown and drowned.
That does in no way.
Did they drown? Yes, and then they drowned. So he was. Oh, it's not all about Google. Well, you can't just be Google.
All right, I'll go on Yahoo, shall I? Fucking hell.
Episode
any-
7, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally happening.
Or any other good internet search engine provider.
Hanged or hung.
I hope you don't get images.
Well,
The past tense of hang in almost all situations is hung. You hung a picture on the wall or you hung out at the mall. That rhymes. It's a little poem there.
Okay.
Only use hanged when referring to someone being sentenced to death via hanging.
Okay, and he wasn't sentenced to death. He hung himself.
no, he didn't. You said. You said anyone who believes that is
In
a,
the
is a
description,
fruitcake.
he hung himself. That was my whole example. Was he did not.
He
People
didn't.
believe he
Why
hung
do we say
himself.
hanged instead of hung? The difference between hanged and hung lies mostly in the meaning. Hung is the past tense form of the verb to hang, and it's used when talking about something suspended, usually an object. Hanged is also the past tense of the verb to hang, but we use it when talking about a person sadly killed by hanging.
But he wasn't sadly killed.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Atkins.
Oh, the old Duke of what is it? The old fucking what's his face? He
Randolph
would have
Duke
been
of York?
no, the one who he
This might be different in other
kiddie
countries.
fiddled with. Not Edward.
Andrew.
Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have been sad. They were mates, weren't they? Were they mates?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
yes.
He'd have been
This is
sad.
crossing a threshold now. isn't it?
Allegedly.
Going, yeah, allegedly.
Put
Yeah.
my fucking name at the end of this.
But they were
We-
mates, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. That's why he got basically
we all,
ousted from being a royal.
we all know that Andrew didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, no, yeah, he.
Well, he
yeah.
doesn't sweat anymore, does he? Because of the fucking Falklands.
Oh, Pizza Express.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what every good innocent person does is pay someone who's accusing him of something 10 million quid to go away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck me,
Exactly.
exactly.
Well, that's fine.
I don't know what side to go on now.
That's fine. No, it's fine because he's the king's brother. God save the king.
Didn't we cover the royals in the previous episode?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that's pre-coronation.
Oh, it was,
We
wasn't
filmed
it?
that.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, the
It's
coronation.
now post-coronation.
Now he's king cunt.
Yeah, I mean,
If they bring treason back, oh,
I'd happily get done for treason because
That's not treason.
In terms of the
could be
monarchy,
interpreted as
because
treason.
I believe so strongly that we don't need it,
Why was it
and we
treason?
can talk about this again
be
later.
treason.
Sorry. You can
Anything
No,
against the
I'm
crown. Going against the crown.
Or country.
Yeah, okay.
anything at all. And
Yeah,
that,
pretty much going against
Well, I
them.
mean, you can criticise and stuff. I mean, you got spit an image.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Right, seriously.
Yeah,
no,
seriously.
no, fucking shit.
Yes.
No.
Trigger
No,
warning.
no. Fuck off. That the other day, that was too far. I was like, I didn't even expect it, and I've been giving you crap.
Do you want to
What the
explain?
fuck is it? No, don't even eat shit, because I know otherwise the whole Facebook page is going to be surrounded
Right,
by.
okay.
You can all eat shit, and then some fancy git is
I'm
going to
just
do
saying,
us free as the carry-ons. if
You're
anything.
allowed.
I'm not.
You're allowed to criticise the royal family. You can criticise them and shit like that.
I'll
You're
bring
not
in
allowed
a
to attack them
fucking
or
tortoise.
threaten them, that kind of stuff. Because they're better than us. They're better than us. They come from better blood.
German blood, isn't it?
Well, a lot of it. It's all the same blood. 'Cause they're all fucking inbred. Well, they are.
Go on.
Harry,
this is when I
Harry
get a
wasn't,
little
was he?
bit
He was
right-wing.
farmed out, Harry, because he's ginger.
Yeah, but he was. He wasn't the kid
wrong
of
with
Child,
that.
though, was he? He was the kid of Andrew. Is it Andrew James Hewitt?
Leighton
James
Hewitt.
Hewitt.
Major James Hewitt, allegedly.
Oh yeah, apart from the fact they look exactly the spitting image of each other, ironically. Yeah. Quite clearly. That's why
So, what about the latest? Well, not the latest, but the just to finish off with the conspiracy that Princess Diana didn't die,
Oh, fuck me, she's dead.
and she's been working undercover
As Camilla Parker Bowles.
with. I've genuinely read this right on online that Diana didn't die, and she's been working undercover with Michael Jackson and Donald Trump to infiltrate the pedos at the top of the chain, and that her and Donald Trump have a child together. I've generally read that.
See, this is what happens to people that read the Daily Mirror. They believe. Oh, good.
And someone was serious.
Yeah.
I just don't even see it.
Check out Ernest Craven.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he mention Elvis?
No, Elvis wasn't involved. No, but all these people are,
No, he was on
actually
the move.
investigating the paedophiles at the top, like Epstein and that. And that her and Trump had a child, a daughter.
Michael Jackson's
and-
involved as well.
Yeah, he was working alongside. Because if you're investigating elite paedophiles, what you want is the world's most famous pop star, who's also allegedly dead, to do that. Because he's so, I don't know, inconspicuous, Michael Jackson. You know, he just blends in, doesn't he? You'd never spot him in a crowd.
Even if he had sunglasses and you'd be... He's here somewhere, walking fucking backwards, doing his moonwalk.
With one glove on.
I think that goes back, though, things like that go
Fisting
back
glove.
to episode, I think it was 1 or 2, about some people today not quite having the capacity to absorb information and form their own opinions, easily led and swayed.
What the fuck are you looking at me for?
I'm pointing at me!
Oh no, it's directed at you, Will.
No, not having that. But yeah, so no, in general, like I say.
But there'd be some fucking idiots who will believe that.
Oh yes, because it got shared a lot of times.
Really?
And then, perhaps we should do a follow-up to this episode, and I'll tell you all about Ernest Craven.
I know about it.
Didn't he read the news?
No, that's John Craven. Should we wrap that up there?
Who did Freddy Krueger?
Robert Englund.
No.
I mean,
Right.
who did?
Wes Craven.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I know who done it acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just said done. Who done Freddy Krueger? I mean,
I know I for Garrett. Just like a Garrett Dennis. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. That episode. That was. Yeah.
Good.
There's no other conspiracies we missed out, is there?
oh, there's hundreds.
Oh, there's millions.
But we could do lots of these.
Yeah.
Because
But they're the main ones, aren't they?
subject. The main one. We haven't done 9/11.
9/11. I don't believe that was a conspiracy at all. That was just.
Your camera's rocking because you keep knocking it.
It's not rocking.
It was vibrating.
It's almost like a
What
plane.
I'll
was hitting
do
it.
when I edit this, I'll make sure that those few seconds are from that camera,
Okay.
so it will clearly show you.
Don't do that.
As long as you don't start smiling next to it.
Just like that, was. Well, do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah. Tune in next time, and we'll be chatting about what we're chatting about next time.
You want to say thanks for watching as well, perhaps?
Not yeah, because they might not have watched. They might have been listening.
do you mean,
Transgenderism.
Thanks for
I
listening.
think
Can women have a penis? and can men
transgenderism was next. I
have a
think.
vagina.
Yeah,
No,
transgenderism.
they fucking can't. Can't. Gary.
That's not what you call it. It's a vagina.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, well, that would be an interesting debate,
yeah,
won't
yeah.
it? Because people to the left and the right of me have different views, as ever.
What are your views, Gav?
They can't.
Well, let's leave
I need
this.
to open the door. I need it.
Let's leave this. Are you going to go and shit? Right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you, goodbye.
See you next week.
Yeah, baby, back. Oh.
Do I stop that now?
Oh yeah, do we stop it?
Yeah.
Go out, Will.
We'll just follow it.
Have you just shit yourself in here?
Bald Statement starred Rob Lewis, Gary Redfern, and Will Atkins. Recorded at Rob Lewis Music Services Studio in Ipswich, UK. This fantastic theme tune is Rumble by Mojo, edited and produced by Rob Lewis. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and listen again.